So I went to a breakfast this morning at the local Chick-fil-A here where I live and work. And it was interesting. One of the things they did a pastor's breakfast, and so we were a bunch of pastors, and the owner of the franchise came and spoke to us. It was a great time. Got free breakfast. You can't complain about that. And one of the things he did as he was just introducing us to himself and to why he had gathered us there is he reminded us that Chick-fil-A is a family-owned business and that they have a corporate purpose. In other words, they have a why they exist. And I was looking it up. Chick-fil-A's corporate purpose is this: to glorify God by being a faithful steward of all that is entrusted to us and to have a positive influence on all who come into contact with Chick-fil-A. What a great purpose for a company. At the end of 2018, we were talking about WIGs. Do you remember that? Wildly important goals. And one of the things that I said is for you to think about your own wildly important goal. What's the one thing that if you got this right, 2019 would be a perfect year, a great year. You would say, man, this was a successful year. So I want to tie that into your why. What's your family's why? Why does your family exist? Have you ever thought about that? Or maybe you're single. Why do you exist? I mean, after all, life matters is really, that's at the core of what we're trying to communicate. What I want you to hear is, first of all, that your life matters, that you really do matter, and that what you do matters. And so if you think about your why for just a second, what is it, your family's why? If you're single, your individual why? Why are you alive? And what is it that you're here to do so that you can judge based on that overall why, your activities, your schedule, your money, your finances. Now, I think that in figuring that why out, a lot of things will begin to come clear. Our why here at Oakdale Church is to make disciples. We want to send 1,200 disciple makers out into the world because we believe as a church that people who follow Jesus can make a difference in the world and bless the world, be used of God to bless people. And we realized that while we knew that was what we wanted to do, often we got so busy doing all kinds of other things that we were missing our why, and we weren't focusing on our why. Maybe your family, for instance, maybe you would say for your family is our why is to produce kids who are successful and love God and love people. Well, think about all the things that you do as a family that really don't have to do with that. In fact, lots of things that you do, I bet you think, compete with that. For instance, well, how much time do you spend developing that why with your kids? How much time in conversation do you take doing that why or spending trying to develop that why? As opposed to feeling like you're just caught doing laundry and going through the motions and making sure that you're home in time, or you're exhausted by the time you get home from work, and so now you basically haven't spent any time with your kids talking about and developing them. So your whole purpose, your whole family why is often in competition with a lot of the whirlwind of your life. That's what whirlwinds are. They're busyness, they're important things, or they're at least urgent things that scream to us that they're important, that we have to continually bring before our why and ask, is this important? As you continue to go through your own why as a person, as a family, I'm hoping that you'll begin to also understand that we at Oakdale are going through our own why. We're reminding ourselves, God is reminding us that we only exist to make disciples that can be used of God to change the world. They aren't our disciples. We're not making disciples of Oakdale Church. We're making disciples of Jesus so that Jesus can deploy, develop, and use the disciples that we have partnered with him in making, people who know what it means to make Jesus their master and are allowing Jesus to transform them from the inside out. Those are the kinds of people that God uses to bless communities, bless families, bless marriages, bless all sorts of places. So that's our why, and we're going to continue to talk about how important that why is. And the next time we get together, what I want to talk to you about is how do you make the tough decisions of what to let go so you can focus on your wildly important goal. Thanks so much for all the great comments you gave Michelle and I at the end of 2018. You cannot know how much those things bless us and what it is how much of a blessing it is just for us to be able to spend time with you. So thanks for tuning in again, and look forward to seeing you soon. God bless you.